You know, it's no secret at this point that throughout the years I've gone through many changes in terms of what is my favorite map in the Hunter Call of the Wild. It has gone through quite a few of them, with Silver Ridge Peak being the one that held the spot for the longest, and then we went to a map like Tiawaroa and it became my favorite, and now we've got a new favorite. And as you've probably figured out by now, Revontuli Coast is the map we are currently on, and it is my new favorite map in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Like I said, there's been a lot of maps that I have really enjoyed throughout the years and considered to be my favorite at one time or another. And we're going to talk about why Revontuli is now my #1 favorite map in the game. And honestly, the whole reason that I started to enjoy Revontuli more recently is the exact thing that we are hunting right now, the moose. The moose grind really got me back into loving Revontuli Coast. When this map first came out, it was considered to be my favorite or second favorite map in the game. I honestly didn't really have a full ranking at that point, but it was one of the maps that I considered to be my favorites. But after I had hunted around on the map for about a month or so, I started to have it slowly move down a bit, and it became, I believe, my second or third favorite, with Tiawaroa being #1. But the moose grind really brought me back to enjoying this map, and it made me want to hunt other parts of the map as well, and that got me back into the bird hunting of this map, because there really is a large variety of amazing stuff that you can chase after on Revontuli Coast. From waterfowl and upland birds and small game, to great one grinds like the whitetail and the moose, and everything in between, this map really does have something to offer for everybody, with the most species of any map in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and a lot of that is a level 5. Well, that is gonna throw a wrench in the whole dialogue I had prepared. But as I was saying, from all of the small game and the birds and stuff to the great one grinds, this map really does have a lot of stuff to offer. It is easily one of the best moose and whitetail maps in the entire game, and is definitely the best map to go to for waterfowl, for upland birds, and it's really good for small game hunters as well, with the lynx and the raccoon dog being really awesome targets, and the mountain hare providing a very interesting hunt. Now let's go ahead and try to get this guy down. That is going to be a hard shot with the 300 Magnum and the brand new Easter skins. If you guys have not got these, I definitely recommend linking an Apex Connect account to your Hunter Call of the Wild, because that will give you access to these, and they are usually in the community tab, but we have already completed them. Now, you don't actually have to create a brand new account. If you already have an Avalanche Apex Connect account, you'll be able to get them. I saw a few questions about that in the video the other day. If you already had an account, then you should just instantly get this. If not, you'll have to create an account. And I have heard a few people say that it didn't work for them, so there might be a bug with it, but it seems like for most people it is working. Now let's go ahead and claim this right here, get our little reward, and continue on. Let's see if this guy ends up being a diamond. I don't think it will be. I don't think this is the rack that can make it. I could be completely wrong, though. There's a couple racks that look very similar. One scores in the 260s, the other scores in, I believe, the 270s or 280s, so it could be either one. And this is actually the one that makes diamond. Okay, then. That is awesome. 277.37. That's a big male right there. And honestly, that's a crazy looking one as well. I think we're going to go ahead and tax him, because that is a crazy looking rack. Let's go ahead and grab this little level 4 as well. Nice heart shot once again. We've got pretty good heart shots over the time that we have done these moose grinds, and at this point, as long as they're on a flat surface, it's pretty easy to make them for the most part. Another reason why this map has really become my #1 favorite map over Tiawaroa, which used to be my #1, is the fact that this is a map where you can just run around with really no plans as to where you're going or what you're going to be doing, and have plenty of stuff to shoot and just have a really fun time. I've had so many situations where I've just been running around the map, hunting with friends, and just kind of shooting whatever I can, and I'll run across something like a diamond capercaillie, or just like some rare birds, or some cool diamonds, and it's just a blast to run around on this map and just hunt whatever you can find. It's one of the few maps where that is something that you can do and still see a lot of animals. In Call of the Wild, we're very much prone to just go to need zones, but I have found that on Revontuli, you can be just as successful, just randomly roaming around, and I think part of that is because there's a ton of upland birds on this map, and it just makes it so no matter where you're going, there is going to be something that you can try to take down. And speaking of that, that actually does bring me to something else I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I really would like everybody's opinion. Leave a comment down below whether you want to see this or not, but I would love to start a series that kind of focuses more on just a relaxed, uncut, chill hunt. And I was thinking we could call the series Uncut Hunts, where essentially I will spend maybe 30, 45 minutes, and the video will be very minimal editing. So it'll be a very long video, usually around half an hour, but it'll just be some casual hunting and just chatting, and I'll probably bring other people in to hunt like Brobra, and if I can, maybe get somebody like Dee Dee or Lady or whoever else wants to join in on the action. I think it could be quite a bit of fun to just chat about the game and roam around and shoot whatever we find. Because I know the grinds are just not for everybody. As much as I love them, and they're kind of the reason that I play Call of the Wild as much as I do, the Great One grinds are really what keep me going at this point. But I would definitely be down to do some more like chill hunts in an uncut format with some special guests. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I do feel like a lot of you guys would probably enjoy watching that as well. But as I was saying, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think we should do with the series, whether or not we should make it just me, or if we should bring some guests on, or maybe a little bit of both, and whether or not you think it should be completely uncut or just very minimal editing. And I will take all of your guys' feedback into account when doing episode 1. Another reason that Revon Tule has become my favorite map, and this kind of coincides with one of the earlier reasons. One of the earlier reasons was that I just really enjoy hunting the moose for the Great One here, and that I also enjoy hunting the whitetail, and that it's a really good map for both of them. But another thing is, when I was able to get our last Great One here on Revon Tule Coast, that beautiful fabled ashen moose, it really just gave me an appreciation for how beautiful that thing looked with the background of Revon Tule Coast. Like, the way the trees look with him in front of them, it just looked so beautiful and picturesque that I just want to continue experiencing that with trophies. Revon Tule is a gorgeous map, and it took this type of a grind to make me play the map more and kind of give me a sense of just how beautiful the map is and how good all the animals look on it. Now that we have kind of talked about all the reasons why Revon Tule is now my favorite map in the Hunter Call of the Wild, let's continue hunting and see if we can get some other nice trophies to spawn. We're going to be kind of progressing towards our next Great One throughout this video and see if we can make some type of a dent into the kill count. Right now, we have surpassed around 400 kills, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember to, I'll put the exact amount on screen when I'm editing, but I know we're above the 300 that it took for the last one. With the last grind, the second that we jumped on Revon Tule, and from that moment till when we got it, it was about 300 kills. Given there was 4,200 on Medved with nothing, I do feel like sometimes all it takes is just switching to another map, and maybe the map has like a different time frame as to when you'll get it. There's a lot of theories as to how that'll work, but I really do feel like everybody seems to have different luck with different Great Ones. Like, for example, I have crazy luck with whitetail, and I know a lot of people that don't have crazy luck with them. We had really bad luck on Medved for moose at the end there, but then we switch over to Revon Tule, which I had never touched for moose before, and we got it within 300 kills, so it definitely feels that way. And I remember a long time ago, I used to struggle to get melanistic red deer, and to be honest, I still do. And then there's other people that get tons of melanistic red deer, yet I was always able to get diamond ones very often, even before we did herd management, and a lot of people struggled to get them. So I really do feel like RNG might be a little bit different for everybody. That's kind of a theory that I've had for a long time, but it definitely kind of felt that way after 4,200 kills on Medved without being able to get another Great One moose, and then we come over here to Rev and get it in 300. I guess only time will tell as to whether or not that continues, but it's definitely something that I think is a possibility, though it probably is just my assumptions based on what I've had happen. There probably really isn't much to it. Now, I'm not going to show every single kill we get, as that would make this video pretty long, but anytime we get something notable, we will bounce back here and make sure that we get it in the video for you guys. And I guess one more thing to add to the discussion I was just talking about with the possibility of everybody's luck being a little bit different. I guess that would kind of be the definition of RNG, it being random and different for everybody. So I guess that does kind of fall in line. It seems like it really does vary from attempt to attempt, map to map, person to person. Definitely seems like there is a lot of variance, which honestly, that's one of the great things about Call of the Wild. You know, that is actually a pretty solid moose right there. I definitely like what I'm seeing here. We've got a lot of big males this run, a lot of good 4s, and then that one level 5. Hopefully that's going to be a good sign towards a potential future great one. That is a real solid moose. I love how with the moose, anything that's a mid-size 4 or above just looks insane. They've got to be one of the nicer true racks in the entire game. They just look so good, and it never gets old seeing these big moose. Well, there we go. We got another level 5 moose. I don't think that one's going to make it, though. That's the rack that typically trolls me. So we're probably not going to get a diamond there. This is 2 runs after that last diamond, so probably about another 40 kills. Let's go ahead and take this guy down. I came over to claim this one that I had just blasted, and unfortunately it's floating, so that's a bit of a problem. But I don't really care at this point. We have a giant level 5 right there, and I think it's time that we take it down. You know, I know some people didn't like these Easter skins. They thought that they were too unrealistic, but I think the fact that they were free honestly makes it so that's not too big of a deal because you don't have to pay anything for them. So if you don't like them, you can just not use them. And personally, they're starting to grow on me. Not gonna lie, at first I was like, there's probably only 2 or 3 that I'll ever really use, but I am really starting to like some of them, especially like this wrap right here. It looks nice, even though it may not be something you'd typically see on somebody's rifle when they're out hunting. It's still a cool thing for a game like Call of the Wild, where nothing's really hyper-realistic anyway. And honestly, I cannot wait until Christmas time. I hope they do some Christmas skins. That would be really cool. But even if they don't, at least we got these. This definitely looks like one of the troll racks, I think, or one of the racks that's 50-50. It might be a troll and it might not, but I think it's going to be. Yeah, it's a troll, 265. That is terrible. How are you even a level 5? Well, I guess it's time to continue on and see if we can find any other notable moose. So if we take a look at the latest harvest, you can see this was that level 5 that we just killed, and there was a lot of moose that we killed before then, so it's been at least like 20 or 30 since that diamond showed up, and then we ended up getting that troll. I like to kind of occasionally show this during these lengthy grinding videos where we don't show all the kills just so you guys can see that we actually are killing them and claiming them. So yeah, there's a lot of the ones that we have got in the last like 20 minutes or so. Well, that is quite the sight. That is not exactly a level 5, but to be honest, that is way more rare. If you guys didn't know, level 1 moose and level 1 black bear for that matter are really hard to find. So whenever you're on your Great One grinds, it is always a notable thing when you get a level 1 to spawn because they just are not very common. So that is a really cool thing to see. And that is a tiny level 2 as well. It seems like he's going to get away though. Let's see if we can maybe get a shot into him on the run. We hit him, but we didn't get the brain shot like I was hoping. Well, let's take a look at this beauty. That is absolutely tiny. Oh my gosh, that is quite the sight. You don't see many of these, and whenever you do, it is quite the special moment. That is something else. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I think that is going to be the end of it, unfortunately. I have not had anything else too special show up. This is probably the best thing I've had recently. 3 level 4s in one spot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, kind of talking about why Revontuli is now my favorite, and shooting some trophy moose in the process as well. Thank you all for being here so much. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that bell as well so that you guys will get notified whenever I post a video or go live. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace!